What I want to add now is I want to add a button. Eventually, when I click the button, it will add number 1 to number 2 and put the answer on the screen. And that's going to be the JavaScript element. For now, I'm still okay. I'm still in HTML. I can put on, unsurprisingly, if I want to put a button on there, then the tag I use to put a button on is button. Now, this may seem slightly odd, but there are different types of button. So there are sort of circular buttons and torpedo buttons and this, that and the other. And the most basic type that you can use is a button. So that seems like a slightly odd phrase, saying I want to make a button, and what type of button am I going to make? I'm going to make a button type of button. But you see later on there are all sorts of different types of button you could make, and this is sort of the most basic type. So I've told it now to make a button, and that's that. So if I now look at what's going on the screen, what I've got is, well, I've got a button. It's not a very big button, it's a tiny little thing here, and obviously it doesn't do anything when I click on it because I haven't told it to do anything to click on, but I've definitely got a button. Now what I'd like next, of course, is I'd actually like to write on that button. I'd like to put a message on there. Now once you've closed the button tag, anything else you write now, it's going to think you want to write on the button. So I'm going to put on here, click here for the answer. Okay. Now I now need to tell it that I've finished writing what I'm writing on the button, so I now need to close the button down. So I've said I want a button, and it's just a button type of button, and what I'd like writing on it is click here for the answer, and then I'm telling it I finished with the button now. So I've told it what type of button and I've told it what I want writing on it, so I need to put the close tag in. If I now look at that, save my work, and here it is. Click here for the answer. So I've now got a button. If I make full screen, notice it's moving. When I make that narrower again, the button is forced underneath by the fact the screen is too narrow to take it. Okay, so at the moment all three are in a line, which I might want to change in a minute. And again, same as here, the button is a little bit small and the writing's a little bit small, so I now want to change the style of the button.